Hello and welcome back to Matt Ryan Photo. And in this video today, I'm going to be exploring a new camera to me. Now, I really like the Ricoh GR3. I do, and the GR4 is coming out here shortly. So I stopped at a local brick and mortar and I wanted to look at, see what they had. And they had a used GR3X. And he wanted like $1,200 for this thing. So I'm like, no thanks. You know, I want it, but I don't want it that bad. As I was walking by a different display case, I saw something else that caught my eye. Now, here's what I want. I want a camera that's an APS-C that will fit in my pocket. And I can bring it wherever I want. Just right in my pocket. It takes great photos. It has a ability to do flash. Ability to do video. Doesn't have to be 4K necessarily, but video needs an APS-C. I don't want to deal with 1-inch sensors or smaller or even micro four thirds. Micro four thirds is good, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'd rather have the bigger sensor. Just it has a different look to it. I just like it. It's what I prefer. But I don't want to spend $1,200 on a used camera that 6 months ago, 8 months ago was like $899. You know, it's like, no. So what I saw in the other display case was a Sony Nex-5N. Now they had the 7N right next to it as well for like $150 more. But I decided to go with the 5N for the simple reason is it's much smaller. Now, I knew at home I had a very small lens. Not this one. This is the 7 Artisans UFO 2. I knew that I had a Viltrox 28mm f4.6 or something like that. That was an autofocus lens, which would have been nice. But it doesn't work on this. It doesn't work on Nex cameras. It works on the APS-C alphas, but not the Nex. So I ordered up this one here. And what I ended up with is a $100 body, the Sony Nex-5N, the 7 Artisans UFO 18mm f6.3, which is a manual focus, but it's pretty much goes from infinity to close-up focus of 0.3 meters, so about a foot. For the most part, you put the thing on infinity and you just shoot away. The fixed aperture is 6.3. 18 millimeters on a APS-C is right around about 27 millimeter equivalent on full frame. So right around that 28 millimeter f6.3. So not as fast, but look at the size of it. I mean, it's tiny. It goes right in my pocket. Goes right in my pocket, pull it right out, pink, take all the photos I want. The Nex-5N it's constructed really well. It's metal on the top. It feels really good. It's actually dense for the size. And you know, hey, it works. It works really well. It's a 16 megapixel camera. It's got an articulating screen on the back. It does not flip around to the other side, unfortunately, but I'm not really using it for that. It does HD. It doesn't do 4K, which I'm fine with. I really didn't go out searching for this to do 4K. I just didn't. I didn't. It was more for photos, pretty much to fill that need for the Ricoh GR. Is pretty much what it is. Now, I'm not saying that this is actually better than a Ricoh GR, but this definitely does something that the Ricoh GR does not, and that is right here. I can put different lenses on it, and I can use any E-mount lens with some exceptions that I want, and it takes wonderful photos. Like for instance, right now, these are photos that I took at a Chalkfest using a Tamron 35mm f2.8, which is actually my favorite lens. And now these are same lens, same camera, doing some close-up photos, somewhat close-up photos, just to show you the quality that this camera can do. And after that, I take my bike for a ride, and that's going to be the second half of this video. I take the bike for a ride, and I get some photos just out on the island I live on, and I'm just using this. It's the only thing I bring with me. It's in my pocket the entire time, and I pull it out when I'm ready, and I take some photos. Now, this lens is not very good, but it's also only $60. It's $60 for this lens. I think for $60, it's pretty damn good. So all in, I'm sitting at $160 plus tax for this camera. That's a hell of a lot better than, I think it's worth the difference, the $1,100 difference, in my opinion. Very well worth it. And if you if you see one of these, pick them up. They're actually pretty decent little tiny itty bitty cameras, and they take great photos. They really do. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day.